Failure to follow installation instructions and not using the provided hardware may damage the intake tube, throttle body, and engine. Tools needed to install kit number 63-1124 include a Phillips screwdriver, a flat blade screwdriver, a ratchet, an extension, an 8mm socket, a 10mm socket, a 10mm wrench, a 13mm wrench, a 3mm Allen wrench, and needle nose pliers. To start, unlock the seat and remove it from the vehicle. Remove the 4 bolts which secure the tool tray. Then remove the tool tray from the vehicle. Note, this tool tray will be reinstalled later. Remove the 8 bolts which secure the factory airbox to the frame side mounts. There are 4 bolts on the left side and 4 bolts on the right side of the airbox. Remove the 4 bolts which secure the airbox mounting bracket to the frame, and then remove the brackets. There are 2 bolts holding each bracket. Remove the screw which secures the inlet air temperature sensor to the airbox. Then remove the air temperature sensor from the airbox. Loosen the hose clamp which secures the stock intake tube to the factory airbox. Remove the 4 bolts securing the airbox to the frame. Remove the factory airbox from the vehicle. Release the spring clamp securing the crankcase vent line to the intake resonator chamber and then disconnect the crankcase vent line. Loosen the hose clamp which secures the intake resonator to the stock intake hose. Note, it may be necessary to loosen the bodywork to gain access to the hose clamp. Remove the intake resonator from the vehicle. Install the provided edge trim into the heat shield. Note, some trimming of the edge trim will be necessary. Install the K&N airbox into the chassis and secure with the factory airbox mounting bolts. Note, due to manufacturing tolerances, the airbox may be a tight fit passing through the frame rails. Install the air temperature sensor into the heat shield and secure with the provided hardware. Install the provided tube mounting bracket, part number 070120, onto the K&N intake tube and secure with the provided hardware. Install the K&N intake tube through the heat shield into position. Be patient and take your time. It is a tight fit, but it will fit. It may be helpful to loosen the heat shield while installing the intake tube. Secure the intake tube to the factory intake hose with the factory clamp. Secure the tube bracket to the airbox with the provided hardware. Install the 90-degree vent fitting into the K&N intake tube. Then connect the factory crankcase vent hose to the fitting and secure with the factory clamp. Install the provided K&N dry charger onto the K&N air filter. Note, it is recommended that the K&N dry charger included with this kit be installed on the K&N air filter prior to installing your air filter into your vehicle. Install the K&N air filter assembly onto the intake tube and secure with the provided hose clamp. Reinstall the factory tool tray and secure using the factory hardware. Reinstall the seat. Review the instruction sheet to make sure all steps were followed. Double check to make sure everything is tight and properly positioned before starting your vehicle. After 100 miles of driving, check the nuts and bolts and retighten if necessary. It will be necessary for all K&N Performance air intake kits to be checked periodically for realignment, clearance, and tightening of all connections. Failure to follow these instructions or proper maintenance may void your warranty.